Hello crafty friends, it's Donna here, and I've got a set of cards to share with you today because I've been playing with the My Monthly Hero May kit. This month's kit is a really general celebration kit that you can use across lots of cards. For the regular My Monthly Hero kit, you get this array of papers, this birthday stamp set with lots of little images to colour, as well as its matching die. You also get this little set of mini tags with tiny little birthday images to go with them, and a 2-layered large happy birthday die. There's also kind of the hero of this month's kit, which is that enormous box die, and you can cut out the original box and then layer up the different parts on top of it. If you order the My Monthly Superhero kit, you also get the alphabet die, this bauble ornament die, which would make great shaker cards, and these lovely big sentiments, which also have a matching die for the coordinating bows and stars. Let's get making some cards, shall we? I'm going to start by making my own paper in a rainbow design. I'm just going to blend some inks in vertical stripes across this white cardstock. You'll notice that I've actually masked off the top of the cardstock, and that's because I want all of my candles to have yellow wicks, no matter what colour the actual candle is. And when I peel back the post-it tape, you can see that lovely white cardstock left behind for the flames of my candles. I'm going to cut my happy birthday across the bottom and then stamp and die cut a bunch of candles across the top so that only the candle part is on my ink blended card. If I lay them correctly in my MISTI, I can just slide my paper along to stamp the next ones. Something that I neglected to do when I stamped the first 3, but I'm getting the hang of it now. For those of you who are new to my channel, although you notice that I'm sporting an Australian accent, I am actually living in Tokyo now and enjoying the beautiful spring weather here. We've just recently been on a trip up to Mount Fuji, and I've got a couple of photos that I took up there for the end of this video. Once I'd cut out the candles, I coloured all of the flames with yellow Copic marker. I attached my sentiment to my card base and then popped up all of my candles on what I hope is a jaunty angle. For the next card, I stamped and die cut a couple of those images, and I cut the happy birthday from various colours of cardstock. Once I had everything glued to my page how I wanted it, I did add some glossy accents on top so that those letters have some beautiful dimension and shine. And I've tried to get a photo from an angle so that you can capture a little bit of that. Let's look at this beautiful big present. Once you've cut out the base, you have some lines that you can use to align all of the top parts. And I'm going for a blue box with a pale lid and a pink ribbon today. And I'm just cutting each of those little parts of the ribbon now and sticking them on top. There's also a lovely big bow and a couple of long thin tags, as well as a die that cuts out a very thin piece that works as the string, and I've used those today as well, stamping some of the sentiments from the kit. I think that the thinner one worked better, so in the end I went with the birthday wishes because the happy birthday was just cutting everything a little bit too fine. Once I've glued everything together, I've got a little bit of a gap at the back, so I'm just popping a couple of layers of cardstock behind so that when I glue this to my card, that bow will sit nice and flat. I felt like that white paper was a little bit bare, and so I've grabbed some of the stars from the My Monthly Superhero stamp set, the one with all of those beautiful big sentiments, and I've stamped those around the edge of the cardstock. This card came together so quickly and easily because all of the work was done for me. Finally, I'm going to use that bauble. I've stamped that cheers to many more years straight onto the back and then popped up those champagne glasses with a bit of foam tape. I then decided that I would like stars here too, and so a little bit belatedly I'm adding those around. Now the idea for this was to tie it to that champagne bottle, and I was going to take a picture of that, but we had guests over and the champagne didn't last long enough to get a photo, so here's a picture of it lying down next to an empty champagne bottle. I hope you've enjoyed these cards. Feel free to like and subscribe. I've got some more videos in the works. And I'm going to leave you with a few pictures of Mount Fuji taken on our recent holiday. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll be back soon with another one. Bye for now.